Take your hands right now and place them over your mouth. Feel the warmth of your breath against your palms. That breath is not just air. In the ancient Hebrew, it is ruach spirit, wind, the breath of the divine. That mouth has spoken trillions of words in your lifetime. It has built relationships, and it has destroyed them. But there is an invisible parasite hiding in your vocabulary. There is one specific word you have been saying almost every single day. A word that operates like a lock on the door of the cosmos. It is actively blocking the very blessings you have been desperately praying for. Tonight, we are going to pull back the veil. We are going to examine a revelation so profound, it was systematically erased from the Orthodox canon for over 1,600 years. If you are watching this right now, if some inexplicable pull drew you to this exact moment in time, understand this. You have stepped into a divine appointment. This is not a motivational speech. This is spiritual activation. Picture a scene that centuries of ecclesiastical councils have tried to make you forget. The multitudes have gone home. The scorching sun is setting over the Sea of Galilee, casting blood-red reflections on the water. In the quiet intimacy of the evening, a disciple asks the Master a question that haunts humanity to this day. Master, why do some people receive everything they ask for, while others pray their entire lives and die with nothing? Jesus does not answer with a platitude. He looks at them with the penetrating gaze of someone who understands the very physics of reality. He explains that most of humanity has been taught a catastrophic lie. They have been taught to beg, to plead, to petition a distant, temperamental God, hoping that if they are humble enough or miserable enough, the heavens might throw them a scrap of mercy. But this posture of begging, Jesus reveals, is the ultimate deception. It seals your separation from the source, and it is maintained by one single word, a word that cancels your prayers before they even breach the atmosphere. Prepare yourself to unlearn everything you thought you knew about prayer. To understand the magnitude of this word, we must travel to December 1945, to the cliffs of Gabel al-Tarif, in Operegi. Here, a peasant digging for fertilizer unearthed a sealed clay jar. Inside were 13 leather-bound papyrus codici, the Nag Hammadi library. For centuries, the institutional church claimed these texts were heretical. But why? History often tells us that Emperor Constantine and the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD immediately burned these books. The historical truth is much more insidious. The suppression was gradual. It culminated in 367 AD, when Bishop Athanasius of Alexandria issued his Easter letter, rigidly defining the approved New Testament and demanding the cleansing of illegitimate secret teachings. The monks of the Pachomian monastery, knowing the radical power contained in these texts, refused to burn them. They sealed them in a jar and buried them in the sand, where they waited in silence for 16 centuries. What was so dangerous about these texts? Open the Gospel of Thomas, Lohion Setenta. Jesus says, "If you bring forth what is within you, what you bring forth will save you. If you do not bring forth what is within you, what you do not bring forth will destroy you." The early institutional church was building an empire. An empire requires a hierarchy. It requires priests to act as mediators. It required a theology that said, "You are broken. God is far away. You must beg us to speak to him for you." But the Gnostic Christians, the original mystics, knew Jesus was teaching something entirely different. He was teaching the doctrine of the Imago Dei, the image of God. He came to reveal that the kingdom of God is not a geographical location in the sky. It is a literal quantum reality within you, the same intelligence that spun the Andromeda galaxy into existence. The exact same power that breathed life into the dust of Eden resides in your chest. If the kingdom is within you, then your words are not fragile requests floating up to a throne. Your words are imperial commands descending into the fabric of physical reality. Think of the book of Genesis. How did the Creator fashion the cosmos? He did not beg the void for illumination. He did not say, "I hope there is light." He spoke, "Fiat lux," "Let there be light." He declared it, and the universe violently obeyed. You were designed to operate with this exact same creative capacity. Now, we expose the parasite. The word is hidden inside the most common sentence structure in the human language. You say it dozens of times a day without realizing you are chemically castrating your own prayers. Listen to the echo of your own life. I am trying to get out of debt. I am trying to heal my body. I am trying to fix my marriage. I am trying to find my purpose. The word is trying. It sounds noble. It sounds responsible. It masquerades as effort and humility. But spiritually and psychologically, it is the absolute opposite of faith. Every single time you say, I am trying, you are broadcasting a frequency of guaranteed failure to the universe. Think about the psychology of the word. When do you use it? You never say, I am trying to breathe. You never say, I am trying to let my heart beat. You simply do those things because you possess absolute certainty that they will occur. You only use the word trying when you harbor profound doubt. By saying trying, you create a mental holographic image of yourself, perpetually struggling, perpetually straining, reaching for a horizon you will never touch. And because your words are not descriptions, but commands that shape the quantum field, the universe has absolutely no choice but to give you exactly what you decreed. You command the state of trying. Therefore, you will try forever. You will struggle forever. You will labor forever. But you will never arrive, because arriving would contradict your own sovereign declaration. Jesus understood the physics of linguistics at a level humanity is only just beginning to grasp. Look at the canonical Gospels. He never walked up to a blind man and said, I'm trying to heal you. He said, receive your sight. He did not stand before the raging sea of Galilee and shout, I am trying to calm the storm. He declared, peace, be still. No trying, no hoping, no wishing. Only command, only the absolute certainty of speaking the end result as a present tense reality. To the modern skeptical mind, this sounds like esoteric poetry, but it is not magic. It is hard science. What the ancient mystics knew through revelation, quantum physics has now proven in the laboratory. At the subatomic level, reality is not solid. It is a mathematical wave of infinite possibilities, all existing simultaneously in a state called superposition. In the famous Double-Slit Experiment, quantum physicists discovered something that shattered our understanding of the material world. Particles of light behave as a wave of infinite potentialent. They are observed. The mere act of observation by a conscious mind forces the wave to collapse into a single, solid particle of physical reality. Your consciousness is the observer. Your attention is not passive. It is an active creative force. And your spoken words, they are concentrated, weaponized attention. When you speak, you are not just vibrating air molecules. You are collapsing quantum possibilities. You are selecting which timeline, which version of reality will crystallize into your physical experience. When you say, I am trying, you are observing and collapsing the timeline of struggle. You lock yourself into the dimension of perpetual effort with no reward. But when you shift your lexicon from trying to declare in, you hack the matrix of reality. Instead of I am trying to get out of debt, you declare, I am financially free. Instead of I am trying to heal, you command, I am whole. Instead of I am trying to find peace, you state, I am the embodiment of peace. You are not lying to yourself. You are not practicing delusional positive thinking. You are operating as the Imago Dei. You are selecting the timeline where the outcome already exists, and the universe wish does not judge, wish does not argue, but simply obeys the frequency of the observer begins to violently rearrange circumstances, people, and events to match the physical reality of your declaration. The system wants you to try. A population that tries is a population that can be controlled. A person who tries is dependent. They depend on luck, on the economy, on the mood of their superiors, on the benevolence of institutions. But a human being who commands, a soul who speaks with the authority of the Creator within them, that person is utterly uncontrollable. This is why the texts were buried. This is why the mystics were hunted. Because if you realize your true nature, you cease to be a renter in the kingdom, and you become an heir. So, how do we reclaim this stolen technology? The ancient tradition outlines a 3-step protocol to cleanse your reality. Step 1. The 72-hour silence. Before you can command your reality, You must stop verbally polluting it. For the next 72 hours, you must not speak a single negative word about your circumstances. Complaining is a dark declaration. When you say, "My life is a mess," you are commanding the mess to remain. If you cannot speak victory, you must remain silent. This fast of words will reveal how deeply addicted you are to self. Step 2. The replacement protocol. Identify every area where you say "I am trying." Write them down on paper. Then, cross them out. Replace them with present tense declarations of absolute completion. Do not say, "I will be healed." Say, "I am healed." Step 3. The manifestation Sabbath. Once a week, dedicate 1 hour of absolute silence. Do not ask God for anything. Sit in the stillness and vividly experience the emotional reality of your completed declarations. Feel the weight lifted from your chest. Feel the joy of the breakthrough. The subconscious mind cannot differentiate between a vividly imagined event and physical reality. You are creating the mold that the universe will pour physical matter into. When you apply this protocol, prepare for resistance. A religious voice in your head will whisper, "This is arrogant. Who do you think you are to command reality?" Recognize that voice. It is the ghost of the empire. It is the echo of the Council of Nicaea. It is the programming designed to keep you on your knees, begging for crumbs, when a banquet has already been prepared for you. Do not argue with the ghost. Tonight, before you close your eyes and slip into the subconscious realm, you are going to break the curse. You are not going to hope. You are not going to wish. Speak this declaration aloud into the empty air of your room. I am no longer trying. I am commanding my reality as an heir of the Most High. Every blessing assigned to my bloodline is manifesting now. Every door of resistance is shattered now. I speak this not as a beggar's request, but as a sovereign decree from the kingdom within me, into the world around me. It is done. If you felt a shift in your spirit, if you felt the heavy chains of trying fall from your mind, act on it. Leave a comment below right now. I'm commanding my reality. Let it be your first physical, public declaration of your new state of being. You are not born to try. You were born to reign. The word "try" dies tonight.